I'm not joking when I'm saying I am absolutely petrified of fish. And the only acceptable way for me to be close to them is if they're in a sushi roll. What's up guys? This is Jackie, your nerdy, non-fishy crafter. And for this week's tutorial, I wanted to show you how to make this cute UV resin fish environment. I love the fact that it looks like it's in a rock and that the top part has no resin at all. This is a really fun and not too difficult project if this is your first time with UV resin. Do you have any favorite kinds of fish? And if you do, let me know. For those of you new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. There are plenty of geeky tutorials to keep you entertained. If you have suggestions for future geeky tutorials, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below. The full list of everything we're using will be in the description box below. The resin I'm using is from Sophie and Toffee, and the clay is from Sculpey. The first thing we're going to do is take our gray clay, add some white, and a little bit of black in there and just kind of mix it up, but don't fully mix it, just make sure that it's not fully blended. Roll it up into a thin snake, and then before we go on, we're going to smush a piece of aluminum foil into a shape that we want. Make sure that the back part is flat, so shape it on your work surface. Wrap that piece all the way around. Take a toothbrush, texture it. Make sure that the front part is flat, so you're going to take your cutter and slice off a little bit of the frontage. Push it down to make sure that it can stand on its own when it's baking. Now it doesn't look like a rock yet, but shave your chalk pastel and go ahead and shade it. I just went a little randomly because rocks kind of have a little bit of brown, a little bit of gray, and a little bit of this and that, and it's gonna look pretty good. Make sure you do both sides. Now you're going to bake it for 15 minutes at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Once baked, I kind of freaked out at first because like, how am I gonna get this out of there? But then I realized that the best way to do it is to push the aluminum foil away from the edges. So you're gonna get a gap in between it, and then you can jiggle it right off. When making our cute little fish, make sure that it is not longer nor thicker than our actual rock piece. Feel free to make any cute little fish that you want. Of course, optionally, if you want to shade it with chalk pastels, you can do that, but that's completely up to you. Here's the test. I'm rolling a paintbrush and it passes the test. Now you're going to make some sand, but make sure that it does not touch the edges. You want to keep everything centered inside the actual loop. Add some seaweed, and I wanted to add a rock, so I did that. And now you're going to bake all of it for 20 minutes at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Once baked, you're going to take some packing tape and you're going to tape the front side of the tank. Make sure you seal it properly. Now place it face down, and we're going to take our resin, of course this is UV resin, and seal the gaps on the sides. So you have something that looks like this. Use a UV light and shine it on there for about 20 seconds. Now we're going to make about 3 layers of resin. Put one, add your fish, and make sure you tilt it so that the resin doesn't fall anywhere above the line of the tape. Shine your light, add more UV resin, shine your light again, until you've covered the fish entirely. If you've never worked with UV resin before, the fun thing is that it hardens very quickly as long as you have UV light. So the texture kind of becomes like a really hard, clear plastic. And unfortunately, it cannot be replaced with hot glue. Now remove the packing tape. To make the blue part in the back, take some UV resin, some food colorant or UV colorant, both will work equally well, until you get the shade of blue that you want. Spread it in the back of our tank. Shine your UV light for another 15 to 20 seconds. And here we have it, our little fish in a rock. And I absolutely love the fact that the top part is clear and it has no resin at all. It's pretty mystical if I say so myself. All done! And just to confuse people, if you're still here, in the comment section below say that your favorite fish is the alpaca. I hope this doesn't start any fights. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video.